June 6, 1944, Normandy, France. The fate of the free world hung by a thread. On this morning, 156,000 Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy. Hitler's army waited, but not here. They waited 200 miles away, at Calais. Why? Because one man, a Spanish nobody, had fooled the entire Nazi command. Juan Pujol García was born in Barcelona in 1912, a shy, bookish boy who hated war. But by the time he was 27, his country was burning. Spain's civil war had torn families apart. Juan saw the brutality of both sides and decided one thing: he would never again fight for violence or dictators. Before we dive into his unbelievable journey, if you love discovering the hidden truths, secret missions, and forgotten heroes of the world wars, then hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share it with someone who loves history as much as you do. Your support helps uncover more stories the world has almost forgotten. When World War II erupted, Juan was a man with no military background, no training, and no connections. But he had one dream: to help stop Hitler. He went to the British embassy and offered to spy for them. They laughed. A hotel clerk from Spain, not trained, not trusted. So he made a dangerous decision. If the British wouldn't hire him, he'd become a spy for the Germans first. Pujol walked into the German embassy and convinced the Nazis that he was a devoted fascist who wanted to help. The Germans believed him and gave him money, invisible ink, and the code name ARABEL. They told him to build a spy network in Britain. But Juan had a problem. He didn't even have a passport, so he invented everything. Using British newspapers, he created imaginary agents, fake messages, and false updates about troop movements. By the time he was done, Juan had invented an entire network of 27 fake spies, and the Germans believed every word. Eventually, British intelligence noticed strange reports coming from Germany that matched their own propaganda. They traced the source to a mysterious Spaniard named Juan Pujol. Instead of arresting him, MI5 made him an offer. Work for us. Help us deceive the enemy. For real this time. And so Agent Arabelle became Agent Garbo, the greatest double agent of World War II. With MI5's help, Garbo expanded his imaginary spy network. He created fake soldiers, journalists, and even a woman spy who died for the cause, all on paper. He sent hundreds of messages to the Germans, all perfectly timed to feed them just enough truth to win trust, and just enough lies to control their actions. By 1943, Hitler himself was reading Garbo's reports. The Abwehr, German intelligence, called him their most valuable source in Britain. The Allies were preparing for D-Day. But if Hitler guessed the real invasion site, the mission would fail. Garbo's mission convinced the Germans that the invasion would happen at Pas-de-Calais, not Normandy. On June 6, 1944, when Allied troops landed in Normandy, Garbo sent a message claiming it was just a diversion. Hitler believed him and refused to send reinforcements. By the time he realized the truth, it was too late. The Allies had secured the beaches, and the war had turned. Hitler awarded Garbo the Iron Cross, the highest military honor in Germany. Meanwhile, Britain secretly gave him the Member of the British Empire Medal. He became one of the only people in history to be decorated by both sides of a world war. When the war ended, Garbo vanished. The world thought he was dead, killed by malaria in Africa. But in 1984, a British journalist found him, alive and living quietly under a new name. The master of deception had deceived even death. Juan Pujol García, the man who fought a war without a gun, who saved thousands not with bullets, but with lies. Sometimes truth wins because of those brave enough to lie for it.